So we've been talking about qualities that we admire in a tree. Let's practice being a tree right now, doing a balancing pose called tree pose. And as always, I like to start in a grounding mountain pose, setting the posture, feeling relaxed but alert, majestic, tall, proud, and taking a few slow breaths. Taking that time to make our transitions, because so many times we just jump from one activity to the other, and that can leave us feeling frazzled and unbalanced. We are going to try to feel balanced in a tree pose shortly. All right. For tree pose, I suggest you find a spot to focus on. So we want to start with mental focus whenever we do a balancing pose. And then you're going to feel your feet sending down roots into the earth. And when you feel you're ready, you're going to shift your weight into one foot. This leg is going to be the trunk of the tree. So see if you can feel the solidity of that trunk. Then with your other heel, you're just going to rest it against your ankle. This leg is a branch, and this tree branch is going to open a little to the side, probably at a 45-degree angle. Then we're going to slowly bring our hands to our heart, and my two elbows just made two more branches of the tree. So we have 3 branches in our tree right now. You can stop here and just take some nice slow breaths and be with your tree. Or you might decide to slide that foot up and rest it against your calf. Taking a breath here. We don't want the foot on our knee, because if we were to fall out of the pose, we might take out our knee joint, and we don't want that. And notice that trees sway in the wind. So it's all right in your tree to sway a little bit. And in fact, that's kind of strengthening the muscles around your ankles, so it's all good. Now, this can be your tree. Or you might want to grow your branches like this. Or you might want to spread your branches and make a little forest canopy, and your fingers are like little leaves. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Being your best tree and knowing it's all right to sway or fall out. These things happen. And you just patiently go back into your tree if that happens. So I'm going to show you one more variation. You can float down one branch, lift your ankle up, and this one's tricky. Place your foot on the inside of your thigh above your knee. So remember, we don't want our foot on our knee. And then go back with the arms up here or here. So this is a very high branch. Make sure your knee joint's all right with this. Let's take one more breath here. And this is for me always the challenging, to come out of the pose as slowly as we came in, rather than just collapsing out of it. And shaking out the tree trunk leg. Good. Let's try the tree on the other side. We can always compare which side felt better. Maybe they're the same, but different. Always being curious about one side of our body versus the other. So starting with a breath in mountain pose. And then bringing our attention to the other leg, which is becoming the tree trunk. Shifting our weight into that tree trunk. The bottom of the foot and the toes are the roots, and the roots are growing down into the earth. And then resting the heel against the ankle, making 2 branches with your elbows. So one thing about this tree branch here, if you open that branch too much, you see what happened to my hips? They just twisted to the side. We want to keep the hips kind of facing to the front. You're only going to probably get a 45-degree angle, so not over opening that branch. Are you ready to slide your foot up to rest it on the calf? Maybe, maybe not. Taking a breath here, noticing how that feels. Would you like to grow your arm branches? Here's one variation. Here's another variation. Is this your bus stop? Or would you like to attempt a high tree? Focus on your spot. Breathing nice and slow. Moving like molasses, not rushing your tree. And then when you're ready, slowly dissolving out of it. Back into your mountain. Feeling the feels. How did that feel, being a tree?